Yo, give it up. Yeah, this is episode 5. I am your host, Hack. Man, look, I am so happy to be here doing this with y'all. This is my first live video. So I've recorded four other ones on Spotify. But, I figured the new wave is going live for your podcast and giving the people a recording so they can see who you are and how you coming. You know what I'm saying? I got my whole setup uh, right. You know what I'm saying? Got my stuff looking good. Got my little custom neon light right here. It says King. I love it. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody that encouraged me to to start doing the podcast and giving me good positive feedback, saying that I sound like I'm a natural. I like that. I feel like this is what this is what I like to do. Give y'all the real, coming straight as a man and coming from the mind of a man and representing us. You know what I'm saying? The real ones out here. So yeah, thank you, and another applause for me and the team that I have behind me. Yeah. So last week we talked about the Tennessee shootings, how uh, the unfortunate shooting that happened. It took 6 lives, three little kids and three adults, and how nobody's doing nothing about it. How they do all this talking, but they're not changing any gun laws. Um, we talked about Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors, he's from Texas. You know what I'm saying, representing the great state, but he's in some trouble. And he put his hands on a white woman. They said it was his girlfriend, and his future in the MCU and his career period might be looked at funny if you don't fix it. But it is what it is. You can't be putting hands on women, young man. We also talked about getting kicked out at a young age. I did. I got kicked out of my house at a young age, and I wasn't ready. So I just, that's for men and females. So I feel like, we talked about some things and how life comes at you fast. But so check it out. It's on Spotify, episode 4. Click subscribe. Shout out to anybody that's already subscribed, that's checking me out, man. I appreciate it. This week, we got some good things for. There's been a lot going on in the news. Boy. Well, first off, we're going to talk about this guy named NLE Chopper. So he has this video called "Slut Me Out," featuring this young rapper named Sukihana. So I'm gonna give y'all a little snippet of how it looks and tell me what you think. You you probably can't see it, but he's walking two females like dogs uh, in his video, and he's pulling them by their ponytail. If this ain't the most ignorant video I've seen in a long time, I don't know what else can get worse. But man, whew, Lord, man, the young men and women, man, y'all gotta do better, bro. It's not even funny, but it's no joke, really. But the way that they carrying themselves, they just don't care no more. And it's getting, I think it's a lot of as a man, it's a lot of attention. These little young people are seeking clicks and likes and views. So whatever's gonna get the clicks and likes and views that they want and need to stay relevant, they're gonna try to do, and they're gonna try to up the ante every chance they get. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't it, brother. You walking your black women like dogs, and they half naked. It's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look. But yeah, man, gotta do better. So fast forward, a lot of things that people have been talking about has been the national championship for the men and women college basketball, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. The men's championship game was whack. It was whack. It was UConn against San Diego State, and it was whack. Nobody's talking about it. They played the game. UConn won. You know, they were going up against a team that was an underdog. They never, I don't think they ever appeared in a national championship game. So I guess it was an underdog story, but they had no chance of beating UConn. UConn wiped them. I turned the game off in like the fourth quarter because it was boring. I was about to go to sleep. I'd rather play my PlayStation than watch that crap. But anyway, that's not the major news. The major news is the women. Shout out to LSU Lady Tigers. Oh, I used the wrong one. Yeah. All right. So shout them out, man. They did a great job, man. They were led by a young lady from Beaumont, Texas, named Alexis Morris. She had 21 points. She represented for 409, the Beaumont area. They wouldn't have won the game without her having a tremendous performance of those 21 points. Shout out to the coach. What was Kim Mulkey? She's the LSU women's coach, and she played for Louisiana Tech when she was in college. So this is her first championship with LSU, leading the ladies' title, and I think her second year. So, man, she accomplished some big things in only a short amount of time. So shout her out. And also, we're going to talk about the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie, Lexis Reese, Angel Reese. So, yeah, Angel Reese, man, she did a great job. I think she had like 16 or 19 points, but it wasn't about her performance. It was about what she did during the game that got everybody talking. So the woman she played against on the team, on Iowa's team, it was LSU against Iowa. It was, what's her name? Caitlin Clark. Now, Caitlin Clark, she's a Caucasian female. She's young. She's cocky. You can tell she talks a lot of noise on the court. So the previous game they played, Iowa did, they beat the team, and she did the "Can't See Me," which is a signature move or gesture that John Cena did while he wrestled, meaning that you can't beat me, you can't come close to who I am or what I am, and I'm about to whoop your butt, basically. So she did this to the opposing team. Now, when she done it, nobody was talking about it like in a bad way. It was like, oh, it's cool. You know, she's just passionate. She deserved to do it because she blew the team out. But I think, wow, she had 40 points in that game alone. So nobody said anything bad about it. I certainly didn't. And I watched sports all day, sports news all day, and nobody's bashed her for it, basically. But oh boy, when Miss Angel Reese did it, oh man, the world went crazy. So when she did it, we had people, I think as a radio host, he called her an idiot. Now these are kids, these are young college kids, 19, 20, probably even not even barely 20 yet. Young people, mind you, they're gonna have fun. They're gonna talk noise on the court. As long as it ain't no fist throwing and physical altercations, then cool, Basically, she did the same thing to Caitlin Clark in her face, and she put it at her finger like, I'm about to get this ring. We done beat your butt up and down this court. I'm about to get it now. Where you at? So basically, she taunted her, which was cool. It's what we do. If anybody that's played sports, it's not, laughs and jokes on the court. You're talking noise to each other constantly in any sport. So anyway, she was getting talked about in a very, very negative way for taunting the Iowa girls team, which is BS, man, because when Caitlin Clark did it, nobody had a problem with it. But as soon as it was let's be honest, a team full of black players, man, everybody had something to say. Everybody had a problem with it. And guess who's doing all the outrage? Caucasians, of course. I mean, let's be honest. No matter what we do, they're not going to like it, especially when we're getting over, getting the better of a team full of white women. Blew their minds, boy. They was not happy. And fortunately, Miss Reese, she has a lot of support, not just from the black community, but people who know sports and know that those are just kids, man. She didn't mean no harm. Uh, Caitlin Clark did it the game before, so she got it done to her. This is what it is. So I see nothing wrong with Miss Reese. I just had a fun time watching the game. The game came on at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday. And they said that the game had 9.9, basically 10 million viewers. Basically, that was the most watched sporting event in all the sports in 2023 so far. So it did more numbers than the Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, any football game that came on this past year, anything, basketball game, anything. So America was tuned in. The world was tuned in. LSU stepped up to the plate on the biggest stage possible and won it. Shout out to LSU ladies basketball team. We support you. We support y'all over here at As a Man. You know what I'm saying? I might give me a LSU poster. Nah, I'm Texas all day. Anyway, so Jill Biden was there. That's Joe Biden's wife. She messed up. So she tried to say that it's a custom here in America that any team that wins a sporting event, wins a championship in a sporting event, men or women's, they get an invite to the White House. It's been that way since, I don't know how long, but it's been since I was born that, teams that win the big game get the invite to the White House. And it's never a shared invite. So Jill Biden had the nerve to say, hey, let's invite both teams to the White House. No. One more time. No, we're not inviting both teams. Let them girls have they shine and get all the recognition they can get for winning a big game. Unfortunately, Aya put up a good run. Caitlin Clark, during the game, she became the most leading scorer ever in women's college basketball history. So she had her game. She had her shine. She got her recognition, but she didn't win the big game. LSU won it. So why would you invite both teams there? We're not sharing the stage with them. We want it. That's how teams have done it in the past. Don't try to change up now. They don't get to share the stage with us. I'm speaking as an LSU fan. They don't get to share the stage. So I think Jill Biden missed the mark completely. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to share the stage with both teams. No, let the girls have their shine and go about your business. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we're gonna talk about a little political. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about Trump, Donald Trump. So, we talked about in the past on 2 episodes ago, Donald Trump. He knew that he was going to get arrested. So he was getting his people prepared. Of course, he always try to stay one step ahead, especially when you know you're about to get in trouble, which I don't blame him. You know it's coming, get ready. But he tried to, put a call out for America to get ready and back him. Now, I think, that's a coward move to me. You do the crime, you do the time. He did a lot of shady stuff, not just while he was in the White House. A lot of this stuff was done outside of him being in office, but they're getting him now. They put a whole bunch of charges together and filed against him collectively, charged him collectively. I think it's over 30 counts of different nefarious things that he did, So do your crime and do your time. Don't try to get people behind you to try to martyr you in the streets. Forget you. So he's telling people, he was going to get arrested, which he did. He got arrested this week. So, let's cheer for that. Yeah. Yeah. So he got arrested finally. The Teflon Don got arrested. So I say that, nobody is above the law. That's what we were taught here in America. You do the crime, you're gonna do the time. Nobody's above the law, and money shouldn't determine if you get a slap on the wrist or not. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot of stuff, and the stuff that's coming out that I'm hearing has been, stuff, money laundering and paying off bribes and committing adultery, affairs on his wife, and paying off the women to not say nothing, hush money. He's just a bad person. He's a scumbag. That's what he is. He treats people terribly, and it's not surprising that this is happening to him. Even if he was never the president, he still was a dickhead. He was an asshole, and it's just, you reap what you sow. So now he wants to have people that should have his back and, do these things to try to make him out a hero. Nah, man. Go your old pale butt to jail and sit down somewhere. We tired of you. But boy, his mugshot came out. Ooh wee. Hey, bro. They say he bald under that toupee. I don't know. On the mugshot, it's terrible. His hair's going this way here, and his hair, it's just terrible. Man, cut that off your head, man. Go bald, Donald Trump. You look like a kingpin, man, if you go bald. But that hair, his mugshot was hilarious. It was terrible. But they finally got old Teflon done, and I think a lot of people are happy that somebody had the balls to charge him, So finally we can get rid of him and have him sit down somewhere. Another thing I want to talk about here As a Man, we discuss whatever. I like comic books. I like movies. I like video games. I just want to give a shout out to the team who made John Wick 4, man. If you've never seen it, it's been out like a week or two now. But if you haven't seen that movie, check it out. John Wick 4 was one of the best action movies I've ever seen. From beginning to end, he rode in on a horse and he just started doing craziness. And at first I was like, I've seen this before. But once the movie started rolling, my God. So he's on this quest to get his revenge against somebody or a group of people called the High Table. So the High Table, they won't let him do what he has to do without a family backing him. So he has to go in this process to finding a family that will back him to let him enact his revenge against certain people. I won't tell the whole movie, but the way he has to go about it to get there, oh man, it's 3 different scenes that just blew my mind. I've never seen it in an action movie before. And I think any other action movie afterwards, if they don't top that, they're just going to be wasting our time, honestly. But it's one scene where they're in the Louvre in France. So it's just like they drive around in a circle and they exit off on the road wherever they need to go, yada, yada. But they have a fight, shoot off in the middle of this circle. And it's cars coming and they got to wait for cars to go by, and they use cars as shields. And oh my God, bro, I've never seen anything like that. And it's not really special effects. It's not CGI like a Marvel movie. It's real stuntmen, guns, fighting, physical contact with each other without, those superhero crowd. Oh my God. And I ain't gonna lie, my wife was dozing off during the movie, and I was like, you don't know what you're missing. So yeah, that scene, there was another scene that it was like it was shot on a drone. So the drone was above him. He was in an abandoned house, and he was using incendiary rounds. Now, if you don't know what incendiary rounds are, they're like shotgun shells that shoot fire. They burn when they're shot. And he shot up everybody. I hate to use. It was a lot of violence, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of violence, but the way the scene was shot, it was so dope. The way you could tell it was fake fire, because of course you're not going to be using fire, lighting people on fire, but it just was great. And there's another scene, the last scene before the big scene. He had to get to the top of these stairs at a certain time, and he had to fight his way up the stairs. And shout out Yin, Danny Yin. He's a big martial arts star, but he made the movie. He played a character named Kane, and he was blind. But his cane had a sword in it, of course. But oh my God! So Kane helped him get up these steps before a certain amount of time, and oh my goodness, man, it was just though they were fighting, shooting. You got to see the movie. Just check out John Wick 4. Check it out. I guarantee you, it's one of the best action movies I've ever seen. I came up in the era of Predator, Aliens, Schwarzenegger movies and Stallone movies. Those set the bar. But this, your kids will love you when they get a certain age to watch it. It's too violent right now. But let the little boy, not the little girl, let your sons watch this to see how it's supposed to be, man. But anyway, check out John Wick 4. So here at As a Man, we give movie reviews, music. We talk about sports. We talk about everything you want to talk about. So, give me some feedback, ladies and gentlemen. What y'all want to talk about? What do you want me to discuss? This is not just for men. Ladies, I appreciate you for supporting me and listening. And, I think my commentary and my opinions and views on things, I think it's open to anybody to enjoy. And I try to flow smoothly as I can. But yeah, this is episode 5. This has been fun. This is something I've been wanting to do. And this is something that, this is near and dear to me. So yeah, thank y'all. I'm gonna sit y'all out on some music, man. Appreciate it. Love y'all, man. Check me out next week. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You know how we do it, baby. Yeah. Catch y'all later.